lit.
I tell you what, I'll print your stuff out at half time, so you know the bits and bobs of it. Right, just read off it anyway, can't I?
As we are.
Guesty, Borofantv.
Darren.
Hello.
Foxy, Macam TV. I've been transferred, haven't I? I've been sent to Macam TV.
Pepe, you over.
Is he still at Real Madrid?
Oh.
Yeah. Got rid of him years ago.
Really?
Said the Turkey mate, Besiktas, blue Pepe.
Where is he now?
Besiktas.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in Turkey, mate. Real Madrid got a shot of him, mate, and they can still get 30 million for him.
He's a spit of our mate as well. He's a spit of our mate as well.
He's an idiot, mate. He can't keep his head, Pepe.
It's his second head, that, innit? He goes through 3 heads a day, doesn't he?
Oh.
Pepe.
Yeah, man.
Pepe Le Pew. Right, I'll come up. Can you hear me, like?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's Guesty, I can't.
Guesty, Borofantv.
Good evening, sports fans.
Still eating that coconut?
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah. It's on a bit late.
No.
It's
Are we
really
live yet?
hard to get through this, you know.
Are we live?
Did I like it?
I've tried it.
No.
Good afternoon, people. And welcome to Moscow for Portugal against who?
Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, we're live from where this game getting played at.
Moscow?
Moscow, that's where we are. We're live.
We must go.
Yeah.
Boo, boo.
JK Moscow, go and check out the song.
I wonder if there's going to be any mosquitoes today.
Me and my friends are down from Moscow. What? Do that. Yeah, JK Moscow.
I had a beauty joke sent to me today. I don't know whether you could read it on here, like.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, it's so funny, man.
Mute.
Let's have a look. See if
We picked up on every other microphone.
Is it anything like your Poland joke?
it's better than that.
Them two lads there, look.
Take it seriously. Love it.
How much are the tickets for one of these games?
I don't know, you're looking at about €50, aren't you?
Is that it?
Probably.
This is off my mate
Can't
Terry.
be cheap, mate, to get in that stadium.
The thing is though, it will be. There'll be parts of the stadium that are cheap. It'd have to be.
They need to fill the stadium, mate.
They do.
Bear in mind, England owns up 2,000 fans over there.
So I'm saying, surely it must be expensive.
You're not going to
Right.
have a €100 ticket, are you?
Right here.
It's a nice stadium, that though.
Paddy's broken his leg, and his buddy Mick comes over to see him. Mick says, "How are you?" And Paddy says, "Okay, but do me a favour, mate. Run upstairs and get me slippers. My feet are freezing."
I've heard this. It's the twins.
Mick goes upstairs and sees Paddy's gorgeous 19-year-old twins lying on the bed.
I don't know if this can go much further.
I'll let you read the bottom bit, AJ. Your dad sent me up here to have...
Very careful, Guesty.
Read the bottom bit.
Yeah, it's good that I get that. It's funny. Very funny. Very humorous. No, it's not very controversial. It's very funny, and I've just got a.
Every man's dream, that.
FIFA are looking into the VAR decisions from England's match, you know.
Why?
Why? What's the point now? There they are, full kit.
Like, because the fact that we never got no decisions from VAR.
What, considering we got wrestled on the floor twice?
Right, one in the first half, one second
They
half.
said it failed.
There's a lot of that though, wrestling crap. There was a lot
You
last
what,
night.
Last night, yeah.
They said it failed, mate.
I don't understand how they're not picking up on this.
Because once they do it, see, like,
Yeah, they have
there's
to give
been more
20 penalties
penalties
a game.
given. There's been more penalties given already in this competition than the all of the last one.
9 penalties so far.
Yeah.
But no red cards.
Yeah,
He
there
has.
has.
He got
Yesterday, I
one
told you
yesterday.
yesterday.
Colombian player.
Colombia.
Oh, yeah.
He went to ice me, put his hand
But
out, and then fell
that
back.
had to be a penalty, but we're talking about red cards for wrestling though, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that was a blatant.
That wrestling thing, apparently the refs got told they need to really clamp down. That was one of the scenarios for VAR.
That needs knocking out the game altogether. Not just this, but altogether.
What wrestling?
Yeah. In the box, it needs stopping.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, you have to be careful because you're going to end up with a non-contact
Yeah,
sport.
you are, but
No, but
it needs to be like you were saying there, where you give it and you end. If you have to give 10 penalties in a game till somebody realises you give 10 penalties in a game.
When I played,
Simple as that.
when I played, no one used to grab hold of you when you were in the box like they do now. Yeah, they'd pull your shirt. You know what I mean? But you take fucks.
What I'd do is I'd make all shirts made out of cling film. You won't be able to grab anyone.
No.
Oh, England players were having a party.
Well, here he
Seen
is,
them all?
main man.
England players today.
Also,
training.
watch out for Basaka.
They're not training, they've got a day
That's
off.
him.
They've got a day off.
No, they do.
The England players have a day off today.
Got a long journey ahead of themselves to the
Got
next
one of them
game.
all, I think.
It takes about 9 hours on a plane to get to our next to get to the
No,
next
no, but a
destination.
lot of players like that. Germany's like that. Germany've got to do about 5,000 miles.
Where it's in Canada, Mexico and the USA.
They're going to the Russian Disney World today, but they reckon it's a bit too grim.
You can imagine what that'll be like, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Dean Chetwood's here. Me no Dino.
Now, Dean, how are
What
you,
you
mate?
on the
Hi,
Telford
Dean.
Teesside is what you've got.
The Telford Teessider.
Hello Dino.
All right, day now.
He's a good lad, Dean.
Is there people updating these scores on this board?
Yeah.
Remember the night you ran after the Wolves fans?
Yeah. Who was after that? He put his he threw a hand sign up after that. Who was it? It wasn't Wolves. Aston Villa.
Yeah,
They
Aston
came
Villa.
past me, threw a hand sign up at him. I thought, "How we Dean? Chill out, man. I know you love the Borough, but
Well, that was the first time we met him at Villa Park, wasn't it, in the cup match?
yeah."
First time we
How's he
went
wearing on
there.
his head? Him, I'm back.
Tight game this today, I think.
Do you think, like everyone else does, Portugal is a one-man team?
100%.
Eh?
I don't know, William Carvalho's class. Besides, I guess Guidi's his quality if he's on his day, but
Yeah,
I
they're
think it's all geared up around him. But
They all rely on him, don't they?
yeah, but they have got some talent in that team. They couldn't just beat Spain with the night by just Ronaldo. They are quite good defensively as well.
Like you say,
When he's the best player in the world, he's going to stand out in any team.
Oh!
you put him in.
he got a hat-trick the other night, but I felt two of them
It's a good chance.
Two of them were
It's a
gimmies
good
off
chance.
the keeper.
That's why
One was a penalty,
I was
wasn't
saying
it?
it was a good chance. That's why I screamed.
Yeah, but the other two.
See it, look.
The one,
Free kick.
the one where.
Oh yeah, De Gea where it went through
Yeah,
him.
and the free kick.
No, I disagree with the free kick.
I don't.
Free kick was
that,
special.
That went
Nah.
outside the post, mate. If you
Nah.
watch that free kick, that
Moving
went
to Borough
outside
soon.
the post.
There was only one
Dean,
place
do
he
you
could
know
put
what-
that free kick,
Yeah.
and that was in that part of the
Dean,
goal.
that's made mad.
And
Yeah,
De Gea
that's proper made mad.
set
Yeah.
his wall up wrong, and he
Dean.
stood too far towards the other post.
That ball
Brothers.
curved outside of that wall and outside of the post, though.
Dino, moving up to
That
Borough
was a good
soon.
free kick.
Are you, Dean?
Moving up to Borough,
Yeah.
mate. Dean, you made my year, mate. I'm so... Been telling you for months to move up here, mate, and now you're finally moving up here.
Why though, Dean?
But
Why?
he's got a lass up here, hasn't he?
Yeah. But it's beautiful where you live. Well, I don't know about Telford, but I know where our Shez lives. It's
He's
absolutely
gonna die, mate. He's
amazing.
gonna die, bro.
It shouldn't be, mate. It's
Does-
charging.
does-
Unless you've
Oh,
put
no,
the charger
I haven't pulled it out.
Somebody's knocked the charger
Well, I passed it over, so I must have. Where'd it go, Rob?
Look, it's in the other side where Foxy is.
I've not touched it.
Hey, Foxy.
My hands are here.
Right. No, I'm just
My hands are here. He has to say that in every club he goes in.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's just
boss,
magnetic, mate.
isn't everything.
What are you doing?
I'm untangling it.
Put your mic somewhere else, AJ, right, instead of on that. It's going to fall in this thing.
Sorry, down there.
I'll tell you what, that way,
Oh,
that Egypt-Poland game last night when Cesc Fabregas and all them were chatting about it at half-time, saying
Oh, back post.
it lacked quality and it's definitely going to finish it a draw. Didn't have come to light in the second half, didn't it?
Hey, what, Russia, the Russia one.
Yeah.
Say that he loves Borough too much, mate.
Thing is, no.
Is he?
Who was it? The Zubov. He's finished where he just
Class.
pushed it.
He's amazing, isn't he?
Great finish.
Yeah.
That looks good from that angle.
He's just got himself a Premiership move there, hasn't he?
Well, he's...
He'll be at Brighton
I
next
don't-
season or something like that, I reckon.
What's going on here?
We're going to get a lot of that.
Dino said, just love the Borough too much, that's why he's moving here.
Nice one, mate.
Where about to Borough you moving to, Dean? Let us know, mate.
I think this will be a tight game, Matthew. What's your predictions
yeah,
for
what
this
do you
game?
think?
I think it'll be 2-1
You know
Portugal.
what, I agree with you there.
1-0 Portugal, I say.
A bit tight, but...
He hasn't been a 0-0 yet,
There hasn't there?
which is strange for the first round of a World Cup.
It's true, that line.
Oh, it's in!
He's in again.
Cristiano.
He's unbelievable, isn't he?
I mean, 4 goals already in 2 games.
Yeah.
What's he going to finish on here? Who was it, Destiny? Was it, who finished on 10 World Cup goals? Was it Gert Muller or someone like that back in the day?
Yeah, Gert Muller got 10,
He's
I
got the
think.
most ever.
I'll give a prediction next. Now I have to give a prediction. I was going to say 3-2 Portugal.
Well, say 3-2.
That's what I was going to say, then obviously he goes and does that.
I said 2-1 yesterday, but I think now he scores that, it's probably going to end up 4-0.
He just stands still.
Look at him though, look at him there though. Quite prepared to take a boot in the head
Yeah.
just to score with his head. That's a great header, that.
But the thing is, there's no grappling going on in the box, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. I wear buffers all.
You've not to say that.
Right.
You've not to say that. You've not to say the telly's buffering.
Right, well the telly definitely isn't buffering.
No, just keeps going off.
He's classy. He's unreal.
Do you reckon?
He's just got his
Do you reckon
card.
he'd get in the Borough team?
Yeah.
Who heads up though, Downing?
No, I wouldn't leave down and out for him.
Down is a fantastic player. Isn't he?
Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Right.
Nick Callender, if you call Downing fantastic, it freaks him out.
So I just think
If you say Downing's fantastic, he can't handle it.
He's my player of the year.
There you go. Look at him. He's got stress levels than his idea. He's all his steroids.
I think for what they've done to the lad at the start of the season, for what he produced and what he gave to the Borough this season, absolutely class. Can't fault him.
it's a game of, you know what, it's a game of opinions.
He's absolutely unbelievable.
I don't rate him, but I know what you're saying.
You don't rate Downing.
I just don't rate him.
Because
I know what you're saying, no, now you've got to have respect for what he's done, especially the way he's been treated since the Birmingham move and all the way he's been messed about him. I just don't think he's lived up to the player that I know's in there.
Mundo TV said hello.
well, all right, Mundo.
Hello, Mundo, all right, mate?
All I can say is we've had Karanka at the Borough didn't like him. Monk. You know what I mean?
No, I'll give you for a lad he's got character, and I can't knock his professionalism's away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think he's too slow.
See, people said people said he was instrumental on Karanka going, and it was him and Woodgate who made Karanka leave that time where we didn't have a manager for the Charlton game. Yeah. I don't believe none of that, because you look further back in time and you look at the manager's Shearer got the sack when he was at Newcastle. He got Rodell at the sack. He got Bobby Robson the sack at the end of the day.
Andy Welch, did he get the sack? No, Bobby Robson, yeah, that's it.
He got Bobby. He was always on Bobby Robson's case. And now he speaks of him as if it was his granddad. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes of Borough, but I know it's not right. I know there's something amiss, because we shouldn't be in the state we're in with the amount of money we've spent. And then you look at somebody like Cardiff go up last season. There's no togetherness at the Borough. I think there's a problem with the camp. There's more now. Pulis is there.
Cardiff went up because they had a shrewd manager,
top class manager.
But I'd hate to see him at the Borough because his tactics are woeful.
Do you not just think it's Pulis? Just the same as Pulis?
I think Warnock's even more dire than Pulis. But Pulis, I wasn't bored with Pulis, were you? I don't think his brand of football at the Borough was boring. The only thing...
I just think if you take Traore out of the equation last season, you're going to be very
the only thing that resembled of his previous manager jobs was the long throw-ins. You know what I mean?
I've got some things in here. Jack Hunter said, afternoon lads, glad you're streaming. James Bailey
afternoon,
said,
Jack.
James Bailey says, hi Guesty, hi AJ.
Hi mate.
Ross Murphy's just come in and said, hi guys.
Hi Ross, hi Dean.
Ross has been with us and Jack Hunter has been with us literally all weekend as well, weren't he?
Yeah.
And Dean Chetwood says, thoughts on Aidan Flint speculation.
Good, really good move, Dean. Be nice if we got his partner in crime as well, the other dude he plays at the back with.
Yeah. I think we definitely need a centre back.
Although I think him and Ayala might do some business if that's
but I'd like to see Dale Fry get a shout.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
He's just had a good under-21 tournament.
It's in. Oh!
Shit, him.
Who, Fry?
Him.
Right, garbage. What I mean, he wouldn't get it down, would he? And that's me saying that.
Look, he snatched that is.
Yeah, I think Dale Fry should get a shout myself, but what I did really enjoy last season, well, that's if Gibson does go, but I think that partnership, IR and Gibson was brilliant last season. I think I can't fault Tony Pulis as a man manager. I just don't like his tactics, and I think he's run out of that. He doesn't have ideas, but that's just my opinion. I don't need to see another season of it to know that know what I can see, but
it's going to be, isn't it? Like you say.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to going to West Brom and Stoke to see what type of reception he gets there.
Yeah.
Well,
the two grounds haven't done yet.
It's quite strange, actually, isn't it? I wonder when the last time a manager went to 2 clubs that he's just managed that have come down and he's then gone there.
Yeah.
I think Nottingham Forest under Karanka this season will be a really tough team to beat, and I think that the signings that they're looking at making.
Yeah, really. But they're looking to do with Wolves, aren't they?
They're looking to do with Wolves, and we all know.
Oh.
We all know as Borough fans how hard Karanka is, how much he'll make that team a unit and hard to beat.
Yeah.
In a little similar way to Pulis, we're hard to beat under Pulis. We won't concede many goals at all next season. There's no doubt about that. We'll be really organised and tight. It depends how far back he wants to sit everybody like, but it's the creative side for me, and I honestly think the creative side's been lacking for quite a long time. Right up until when we were in the Premiership with Karanka and he didn't buy the players that he wanted. I don't think we've had Ramirez, and once he's gone, we had Traore last season, but
well, if you'd have had a Ramirez in the side with Traore, and he'd been feeding him the ball in more dangerous positions, you don't know what would have happened. You know what I mean?
I think we'd have been frightening. You know, I mean, people are talking about the Doma coming back to the Borough, which I'd have. I mean, imagine the Doma on one side, Traore on the other, and the Ramirez.
Has he come on his bike? Why's he got his bike hat on?
That's what I was saying. I'm about to go rugby hat on, look.
Who has he has?
He's come on his bike,
I'm
yeah.
about look, he didn't have it on for the last game.
Hat.
He's come on his bike. I don't know where he's left it.
He must have left it at Peter Check's house.
Would you want to see a new striker come in, Dean?
Yes.
Yeah, but don't ask me who, Dean, because there's no...
Nelson Oliveira would be linked with this guy. I don't want anything like that.
Where's he play?
Norwich striker.
No, we don't want slow.
He's just a temperamental player though.
No,
he's half decent, but
you don't want. Dwight Gale, please.
Dwight Gale's a good shout. Again, with Dwight Gale though, he's a great striker in this league and the Championship, but can you keep him fit? That's been his only problem.
Why are you talking about the people like Dwight Gale? Because he's never going to leave Newcastle to come here. You want to be looking at young, hungry. You want to look if you're going to look for summers. You want to look at Aloni, but he's playing Premiership football.
Tammy Abraham.
They finished in the top.
There's one. Another one though, and he's played for Swansea.
him.
I would, but he's another one like you were saying there. He's played Premiership football.
But it's Chelsea, and we always have good links with Chelsea.
Swansea played at Swansea last. I tell you, who's a good shout for me. Ayew, Jordan Ayew, who's just come. Who's just and Andre Ayew, who's at Swansea.
Matty Grove says you're right, Foxy. Ramirez has not been replaced. We're lacking the spark of creativity.
I think we've had that for a while. I think we'd all agree. We've had that.
Lee Tomlin was a spark.
He was all right for a bit though, but he was always a 1 in 5. Wasn't he? He'd go missing. Like you said before, what was his greatest game? Man City in the FA Cup. And he didn't score, but he had one little goal that should have been a wonder goal of all time, and that's all people remember about him. You know what I mean? But I think we've got a player there, if we keep him, who we couldn't get fit last year, Jack Harrison, who will be he's really good. Jack. He's really highly rated, but we didn't see the best of him last year.
Influential when he comes on.
He's just a name, mate. It means now to me, Jack Harrison.
Well, I've seen a bit of him, Guesty. I've seen him play in America.
Murphy says, I was a baby fox.
Baby's not here yet, mate, fortunately, although I've got the most crankiest girlfriend in the world, so I don't know what's worse.
She's not watching this, once we've just said
that. She definitely isn't watching this, but I don't know what's worse. I don't know whether I want the baby to come and I'm scared, and then that gets rid of her moodiness, or I'm quite happy with her moodiness, and the baby's not here, so...
The moodiness, definitely.
Mark Hill, who's met Sheffield United, says, afternoon, lads.
All right, mate.
And Jack Hunter says,
hiya, Mark.
Torres going to Leeds, imagine, wouldn't he, in the end of it? So it's Fernando Torres, I imagine, rumoured to go on Leeds.
Yeah, let's hope that they get Chelsea, Fernando Torres.
Is it Torres, that Torres, or is it the other Torres?
I'd be that Torres one.
But there's two, isn't there?
What do you call him?
Torres.
Torres.
Yeah, what do you call him, mate? Mr. I pronounce names the correct way, but you don't.
Torres.
Ruben Neves.
Torres.
Torres. What do you call Ruben Neves? Neves.
No, that's you.
Ruben Neves.
I think I had to ring you in that and say, guess who the hell's Ruben Neves, mate?
Best player who's ever seen it. Best player I've seen in the Championship. That's who he is.
Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves.
When you first said that Neves, I want you to thinking, who the hell's Ruben Neves?
It's funny as you were trying to teach him how to pronounce football, mate.
Yes.
Especially the discussions me and you have.
Why?
About you don't talk much much English, but then you're trying to tell Foxy how to pronounce names.
Well, it's Portuguese, isn't he?
Yeah.
And man can speak Spanish.
Oh, right. What we're going to do now is...
Let's go then.
We're going to draw a line under that straight away.
We're going to now have mine and Foxy's first ever live Spanish lesson.
Go on, man.
Go on then.
Teach us, man. Man's gonna teach, fam.
No, I don't.
And this is all, by the way, AJT can't even speak. This is AJT speaking gangster, right? But he's going to teach us Spanish.
He's going to speak Spanish.
I'm ready after...
I'll go first.
I'll
go first. I'll go first. Quo-vadis.
Who?
Go hard, he says.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I was on the official percentage. I do know a little bit of Spanish.
A little bit. He knows a little bit.
What? Go on in one.
With it, a little bit.
Listen to the thing.
Is that little to the thing?
Go on, one.
Right, no, we gotta do this now. Gotta do this.
Paella doesn't count either.
Paella does not count, and neither does siesta. Not the bus company.
Hola.
No, that doesn't count.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to say my sentence here.
Go on then.
Go on, sorry. Ciao, bella.
Do you want me to answer?
No, don't. Hola.
Hola.
Come on, Tiamat.
Hello, half-baked bean.
Mate.
Hola. What is this?
He can eat shut up, say.
1-0 Portugal.
Shush.
Ronaldo had it.
Hola. Come on, Tiamat. Me llamo Andres. Eat you. There you go.
Yeah, that's my name. What's my name?
My name is Andrew.
Yeah.
What's
And I like to eat.
Yeah. So what else do you know? I know all that.
I thought that's what he said, coming to eat us. That's what he said, coming to eat us.
You what?
Reply back then.
My name is Tony.
No, not in English, in Spanish.
Come and tell Evo, my name is Tony.
Who the hell come and tell you?
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Right, I'll have chips, I'll have egg and beans, and anyone what you want, because I don't know any Spanish. So we'll just have egg, chips and beans.
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo Andrés.
You know what? What did they speak? Them.
Sí, cumpleaños, 20.
What language were they speaking the other night? Are they Spanish Costa Ricans? Was it Spanish?
Yeah, isn't it? South American.
Right, me and Rob were talking to 2 Costa Ricans, right? They didn't know a word of English, we didn't understand a word of Costa Rican, whatever it was they were speaking, or Spanish. But by the end of the conversation, we all knew what we were on about, didn't we?
What, through the language of football?
Oh, it was mental, yeah.
Also, I read some comments.
What's your name? And Rob went, what's your name? And he went. And he looked at his mate, and his mate went, whatever that he said, and he went with her. Then he went,
Paolo.
George. And Rob said, you what? So he went, oh, hey. Oh, hey. Right? See. Oh, hey. Right? So then,
George.
Then when the conversation went on a bit further. So I said, how do you think Costa Rica would do tonight? And he looked at his little mate and went, whatever he said. So I went, score 0-0-1-1-1. See. And he went, England. Do.
Yeah.
Half-baked beans fluent in Spanish.
Costa Rica.
Give us a bit of
3.
Spanish then.
How about
You
you?
want me to understand what he's telling you in the comment section.
Why can't we? We can do translate, can't we?
It is Fernando Torres that he's talking about there. Mark Hill will be seen as at Riverside. Half-baked bean.
I don't think Fernando Torres is going to leave.
Go on.
I want to apologise, half-baked beans. The other day you said you would follow me on Instagram, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'm sorry if I haven't followed you back. Please send me a message and I will follow you back immediately.
If you put your real name up, I'd talk to you, mate.
Dean Cheatwood there's saying there's a lot of transfer speculation, but he's heard that we're interested in Forest Thierry from Sheffield.
Yeah, we are.
Don't know if that's any better than what we've got, Dean. What do you think?
No, it's too slow. It's too.
And he's also
too
temperamental, isn't he?
It's too championship predictable. Forest Thierry, Olivetti, whatever he's called, you're on about.
Olivieri,
Vidra. They've been there too long.
I mean, Vidra's, Wymans. There's loads of players out there like that you just think, I'm not going to do anything for the club apart from...
Why go for championship play? Brian Robson came in and Brian Robson signed Premiership footballers straight away.
Those are the golden days. I don't know how many of you out there that are watching remember them and went to them games, but wow. I mean, I'm not going to mention Lenny Lawrence again.
Surely the champion... Oh, he should have scored. Surely the Championship now is a better prospect for some of these players.
Premiership.
Yeah, definitely. It's a better league than it was back then.
Yeah, I totally agree. They're learning the mustard there in the Championship, aren't they? Especially at a club that's challenging, which we will be. But you're right, we don't want.
And I tell you what, I'm going to shock you here, because I think we've got a player already at the club that I think could do a job next season. Ashley Fletcher.
You know what, right? You know what, right?
You know
He's had
right.
a lot of stick off Borough fans, but I tell you what, I agree with that because there's a really good player in there. He just hasn't had the chance.
No.
Monk, give him 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Well, actually, when he went to Sunderland fans will say...
Sunderland fans will tell you.
He's a good... I agree with that. But it's whether we've got the ball, Pulis has got the ball bags to play. I think Fletcher, young up and coming kid, he's hungry. He hasn't had a chance. Monk, no one had a chance under Monk.
Rob.
Did you got half an hour?
Prove my message, me, please. You what? He's to prove my message has been held for the
Ross Murphy, Jack, Forest European, another Ramirez. He has an awful attitude. Totally agree with you. Dazza football stand, are you, Dazza? Saying hello, boys.
Instagram was before, I couldn't tell him.
Portugal to win 3-0, good shout. Could be. Ross there. I'm doing decorative work now, so I won't be able to watch the stream. What type of decorative work, Ross? Are you wallpaper? Are you painting?
Or is your last on the period?
Yeah.
I could do with it, yeah, as you put the painters in. Or is it in between us?
Fucking hell.
Dazzle's football stand, that chat on there. He might have a bad attitude, but he's a good player when he's on form. Yeah, but can we afford to bring players in that are up and down though?
Who's that?
Forestieri.
Yeah, he's good, but I agree. His attitude might be
It's took us 3 seasons to sort Ayala's temperament out.
Do you know what? If you're talking about players like that, and I know this will be frowned upon, I'd rather bring Adam Reach back. If you're going to talk about a Forestieri, at least you've got a 30-yarder. Okay, I'll send you a message, blah, blah, blah. Like you said, Guestino, these are just players that have been about. They haven't really lit the fire for the teams they've been at. Why
Look at
don't
that.
they come to Borough?
We got Jordan Rhodes, and he was the biggest damn squid ever.
Wasn't he? Did one good thing against Bolton.
Yeah, late on.
Yeah, but that was the only good game he had for me, do you know what I mean? That was his game
where...
where...
won at all.
He came in as a saviour, as if that was a final push for promotion,
goals, yeah.
and it just didn't happen for us.
I remember
He's still got us promoted.
Yeah, he did, but I don't think really Karanka liked him. I think there was a lot of hoo-ha about him not coming, and then he was coming in.
Wanted Ross McCormack, that's why.
Ross McCormack, though, is someone that now we know is the most chewiest footballer outside of the Premiership because he just doesn't turn up for training. He just had all sorts of stories about... No, there's all sorts of stories with Ross. I read a story about with Steve Bruce had actually said about where he hadn't turned up for training one day and his excuse was he couldn't open his electric gates to get out.
Yeah, he got locked in.
Got locked in. So I mean, you know, you're telling me...
Did he say jump the fence?
Yeah, I don't know, but all I know is if you've got the amount of money he has, you'd have had a locksmith out within 5 minutes if you really wanted to get a training, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Well, you can see by the size of him when he came on against the Borough. You can see by the size of him and his fitness, he's not bothered.
All he cares about was his hot dogs.
I agree we need to bring in. I agree we need to be signing players who are one step ahead of what we already have. What Dean Chapman said.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, there's all this talk, isn't there, about is it Dak from Birmingham?
From Bradley Dack from
Blackburn.
But why would he want to come to Borough?
Well, there's that obviously.
He's just come up with Blackburn.
He's obviously happy. And why do you want to go and spend 10 million on a player like that? But it's kind of dipping into the low league to spend too much money, or do you get a player that's around in the Championship that hasn't done it, or do you get, as we're saying here, a loanee who's hungry, a young kid who wants to do something, Ashley Fletcher.
Like you say, Tammy Abrams, I'd love to see him.
Great shout, but I just can't. I can't see him coming as he's played Premiership soccer.
I tell you what, since Portugal have gone one up, these are battered.
Look, garbage, don't they?
Yeah.
But we said it'd be tight.
Daz says, remember guys, these are just for a transfer room. It might not.
Yeah, it just creates debate, doesn't it?
Of course it does. That's what it's all about.
There's only one person knows who's the Borough sign, and that's only Pulis.
I think we should get Ronaldinho.
Probably still do a job. All I know, right, is the recruitment I feel has been poor for a while now, and I don't know whether it's the scouting, and I talk a lot about this to my friends, and all I know is there's players out there that other clubs seem to find that we don't find, and Wolves have done it last year with players, not just the 20 millioners, in your Ruben Neves and like Cavaleris and Jotters and people like that. They've got other players in that team that they've gone out and scouted, and I just think that's what's lacking, because there's some great players out there.
Yeah, but you get pigeonholed, don't you? You're a Championship player, and that proves it. Last year, Warnock done it with Championship
Totally,
players.
spent 12 million on that squad.
But for what? They're going to come straight back down.
Yeah, you can't keep the team in the Premiership Warnock line.
Nah.
What a great ball that is.
Also, I've been
lucky.
I think I've just got your follow request.
Karanka was our hero. He got us out the He got us out the Premiership, but he soured everything with that Charlton game.
Totally agree.
And everything since that Charlton game
Scored
wasn't
downhill.
right.
No.
Wasn't right. We never won a game.
No, you're right.
We drew our last 4 games to get up.
Yeah, we went up because everyone else couldn't win, could they?
Exactly.
And we scraped it, and you're right, it killed everything there. Whatever he had created in that first year and a half, he killed it.
Yeah.
And all I know is when a club doesn't back you and doesn't even come out and all the club had to say that day was, he's got personal problems, personal issues, but it's done and dusted with. But instead, we're not backing him.
No.
Like you said, the divide was caused, the fracture was there, and we scraped up. We struggled in the Prem, even though we were unbeaten in the first 5. And then we had little spells where we beat Swansea, beat Bournemouth.
We had a spell there before Christmas where we could have made ourselves safe.
Yeah,
but
if they'd have backed him in that window with Bojan's, Delafayu's, whoever it was.
Yeah.
But as you said there, he brought Traore and he was Spanish and he couldn't get the best out of him, and it's taken Pulis, who you'd be the least person to expect to come in.
Yeah.
And Traore said that himself.
But what was the first thing that came into your head when we got Pulis? Man was, that's Traore's career at the Borofantv.
I genuinely thought, he won't get a game now. Any player that's a bit of flair, he's not going to get a game.
Yeah.
And really, he's the guy that's made him into £30 million player, really.
Yeah.
You know, wonder Gibson wants to keep all the Pulis. No matter what Pulis has done this season, he's probably thinking, well, if you've done that with him, that's 30 million.
You've got to give Pulis credit. He improved Ayala. Ayala was on a downer. Everyone who we were slagging off, Ayala,
Gibson.
Ayala, the other fella,
Gibson.
Gested. Gibson, I thought he was on a level all season. Gibson wasn't very good.
Did you think as a partnership then it'll
No, George Friend.
I did.
George Friend, he brought George Friend back to his best. He got the best out of the other fella.
Although George Friend got found out a bit for me,
but George Friend got found. He never recovered from the injury. Plus, his experience in the Premiership.
I think as a man manager, Pulis is absolutely awesome, and I think as a man, what he's done, and like you say, the togetherness, I'm all for that. It's just other parts of him that I don't like, but
that's
I don't need to keep repeating.
That's a penalty.
Here we go to one of these Ross.
This has got to go to VAR. This.
Ross Murphy says if McCormack mortgage was on the line, we would climb over the gates and run to further.
Of course you would, but you know what? That's something in football for me that I've thought for a long time, that if you've got people in the stands who are impartial adjudicators and they've got to rate each player every game and they only get paid on what their rating is, or the family's been held hostage, every player would score an hat-trick every week. And I know I'm being slightly ridiculous there, but it's all about intensity levels and wanting to play. Yeah. And when you've got something on the line, as he's saying, of course you're going to play, but why should you not be on the...
That's ridiculous.
Any of us here now would give our left anything to play and run around and score goals and play football for now, and yet some of these are on. Jack Rodwell, for example, not one of our problems, 80 grand a week at Sunderland, hasn't kicked the ball for 6 months, doesn't want to leave the club because he's got a year left on his contract.
Surely there must be summit.
And yet he shouldn't be allowed.
I know, so why like you say, the Bosman ruling came in to create this player power.
Yeah.
But surely... The clubs have to have some power where they can say, you're sacked. If you went to work, if you come to work today, Rob, and you didn't turn that camera on, you didn't turn the TV on.
We sat here and did a show.
And we sat here and you're sacked.
You'd have to be gone.
When me and you worked at NCM there, right, you have 3 periods of sickness. It's the same at Tesco.
Yeah.
You're out.
You're out. People like Reece Williams
can have a dead leg whenever they want.
I'd give them
a dead leg.
I'd give them 6 months. If they're still injured after 6 months, I reckon that's fair to release them.
I think as well though, we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Wasn't the other day when we were saying about how players can hide behind a manager of bad results. Yeah. And so you end up with a few bad results, Guesty, and you've got your team who are garbage. But the manager's done everything he can, but your team just did. Then after a while that becomes, well, we've had 4 games where we haven't won. I can have a bad game today, because I'm just going to blame it on the results on the manager. Whereas really, it could be you should be able to get up and change your game at any point. There's no reason why you should play bad for 5 games in a row.
It is the case though.
Cheesy chicken.
Oh, we've got a cheesy chicken.
Skipping school for the World Cup, good or bad idea?
Great idea.
Good idea.
Great idea. School you can go to any time. You can learn the language of football. That'll get you anywhere in the world.
Or Spanish.
Or Spanish.
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo Andrés.
I remember, right,
say it quick enough.
Learn English.
1978 qualifying for the World Cup.
Argentina.
And we were playing Italy, and it was back in the days. We played Italy at something like 3 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, right? No TV, nothing.
Right.
And
let's come in the chat.
You know what I mean? It wasn't worth nicking off school for that one.
Nah.
And that's how bad it used to be back
Nah,
then.
no.
They were playing internationals while you were at school, but
That's
now,
terrible.
if I was at school now,
You'd be at home.
oh, I'd have had my dinner, got me tick, an afternoon reg,
Afternoon reg.
afternoon reg, and then I'd
Here, triple maths.
straight down the side of the sports hall, whack a wood bat into us, and then get myself home.
Straight home.
Do we need a new striker or the current strikers do the job next
But it depends who he gets rid of. We've heard
We've
Barmby's going to Forest today, so it depends, Jack. I mean, guess he's got a different view from me on this, but I personally wouldn't get rid of Barmby. I'd get rid of Gested first.
Bambi, Zeba.
I mean, Bamford. I'd like Nicky Barmby back.
I hope Bamford goes to Forest and he takes Clayton with him.
Yeah, get rid of the crab. Get rid of the crab.
Big Dick Orby in middle. Well,
Who would you have, Jack? Who's your? We're
What's it
talking
say?
about it here. We can't think of
something,
anyone.
it says something like Big Dick on B in middle. Okay, cool, man.
The Louis and Jake project.
Can I
Knew it
just
was
say
a good
so?
idea. It is, guys.
I'm not used to all this, right? Like using all the YouTubers, I'm the microphone stand, right? But there's some strange blokes come on here, isn't there? Wanting to talk.
so
You know, like I
You're
presume.
right, team. You're right.
I presume the blokes.
I've said that for a while in my shows.
If
we
it's-
need a long-term fix.
Basically,
Pulis,
spots
isn't
that
it?
go big.
We need to be able to play football so we can have a conveyor belt. Look at Watford, look at Leicester, look at Bournemouth. You need to play
Well, would you-
football.
Does he mean you've got a big penis, or
I
he
think
thinks
he's-
you're a big dick?
I think it could be both. I think he's right on the second one if he's saying he's a big dick, but he hasn't got a big dick. Man's
Man's got a big strong.
man's can't find it.
Man can find it.
How long are you in the shower, AJ?
How long are you in the shower? You as long as you are in the morning.
There you go.
Tyler M, the Louis.
Hang on, what's Dean say there? We never read that one, did we?
Yeah, I did. He said we need to be buying
Building.
players. We need to be building for the future and not just
Yeah.
filling positions. But I've said this for a while with Pulis, and I don't think that as longevity, that's going to attract a decent level of footballer to your team, because it's a way of playing that every team plays the way we played the last 10 minutes when they need a goal. Direct stuff, quick turnover of possession, get the ball in the box and see what you can do. Whereas you need to be able to hold on to the ball, especially in the Premiership. And if you ain't bringing footballers into your team because we're bypassing the midfield, we're only going to be a one-trick pony. And as we found out against Aston Villa, we can't break teams down with screws.
Ronaldo,
England got criticised for the second half performance. The second half,
I
which
don't
they
think it was
dominated,
bad, I don't know.
right? An old England team had been lumping that
Yeah.
ball into the box,
Yeah.
time after
Did
time.
you think that
after
was a
time.
good performance?
Oh, I thought it was
I
brilliant.
did,
Next,
yes.
Ronaldo for a kick into the box, goal.
Yeah, did you see whose free kick was it last night that went under the wall? Was it the Jackman?
No, it was the Colombians.
Good goal, that.
Yeah.
Thought that was going to be one of them. Who have you got? Haven't you read a few of them out
Colin
there?
also Gibson, I'm happy, and then someone says Gibson doesn't deserve to go.
Yeah, I agree with that. Louis and Jake project there, sorry. It was a maths exam. They've nicked out with a mock
Yeah.
maths exam, so
Someone said there.
it's a mock.
Do you want to read out Ross Murphy's comment?
Where's Ross there?
Review, second from the bottom.
Can't read that one out, Ross.
Alright,
Will you read it out then?
I have to read mine out.
What is it?
How big is Guesty's department? It's quite a big department, apparently.
This,
It's filled 5 prams, mate.
It's filled 5 pounds.
No matter how fucking big it is. You know what I
So
mean?
really, there you go. She's ticking along
yeah,
nicely.
well, where's live?
Hopefully I
Where's
don't-
live here? We need live to come in.
Hopefully I don't fill more than one pram.
What's
That's the football stand first we're on, aren't we? Sunderland sell everybody conference premier for them in 2 years, I hope so. That would be the dream. Borough in the Premiership, them in the conference. Half-baked bean, can't believe Japan won. I know, yeah, but they've got some decent players, Kagawa, Nakamoto.
Yeah. Also, someone said right at the top there, either way, Flint and Ayala should be our centre-back. Do you agree?
I like Flint, like the lads are saying, but I personally think Dale Fry's had a brilliant under-21 tournament, and I
But
think...
he's still going ahead of Ayala.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think he made that many mistakes last year.
I don't know.
I just don't think he got a good enough run.
I don't think you could drop Ayala
Dale Fry.
and bring Dale Fry in.
I'd play Dale Fry alongside Ayala.
Well, can I ask you all?
Flint came
Can
in.
I ask you all a question now then, right? Do you think if we went up this season with Ayala as our centre back with Flint, for example, that Ayala's going to be able to do it in the Premiership, or do you think that Ayala's not going to be able to do it in the Premiership? I think we need to build now for.
You're sat here talking now. How do we know he's going to play 4-4-2?
Well, he might not. He might play 3-5-2, might he?
You know what I mean? He could have Ayala, Flint,
Fly and Fry.
I'd put Ayala up front there.
You know what? After last season, you know what? Though? I like that, Guesty. That's sexy. That 3-5-2.
So,
I think that's the way to go.
Sexy.
Yeah,
so
it's sexy.
where's this going to leave Dreadlocks? Where's this going to leave Shotton the Shotter?
A big shot.
Well, Shotton for me should be a centre back this season. Because for me, he's
not right wing.
No, he's not. He's not. I don't care about he's got a long throw. You know, I don't care about that.
He's got long hair as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. It's not the only thing as well. It's quite long, apparently.
Oh, where was his live stream going here?
No, he's not. The other thing that he's got quite long is his, he likes long sleeves, doesn't he, apparently, on the bus. I think two strikers should say, go Jack Hunter. I think two strikers should stay. One should go, not sure who to get rid of. I think we could get 12 mil around that price for Bamford. I would like a proven striker. We're not going to get Mitrovic, Jack, I don't think, because he's going to stay at Fulham, and I think he's proved that he's a good...
Bamford is a proven striker.
Bamford, for me, has scored every type of goal last year. His finishing was electric. It was just stupid, his finishing. I don't see what the problem is with a Bamford. And he's busy, he's industrious up front, he gets about, he gets in your face.
For Bamford to stay, you need to play him up top with a Sombalonga.
Yeah,
you need them both together.
That I agree with totally, and I think that would be frightening in this league. The Louis and Jake project, I'm going to fake being sick so my mum doesn't take me in. Bye. Good thing for sickness, get a drink of salted water down your neck, and just before your mum comes in, and that'll make you sick. Yeah. So a bit of salt, but a lot of salt in a glass, bit of water, and that'll get you off school. Maybe for a couple of days, that. You've heard it here, Foxy's medical care. So happy,
that used to make me sick when my old man was at this.
Imagine Japan winning the World Cup. Horrible thought, horrible.
Nice one, AJ. Send us this.
Right.
Yeah, send us it.
Tyler M. Gibson made the most mistakes last season, Guesty.
Of course he did.
Which Gibson, though? Nothing better than a win and seeing Shotton drop down his hair in a slow motion. But yeah, you're right, Tyler M. I mean, he has got the old Timothy.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
He's great in an advert, you're right.
Take 2 bottles into the shower, Ryan.
Take at least 2 bottles, yeah.
I use Timothy.
I use Timothy as well. And a bit of heads and shoulders, because it's for all types of...
Heads and shoulders.
Yeah, knees and toes as well.
Tell you what, you can't whack if you want a really good shine on your hair. You can't.
£5 Tesco.
A bit of Ozine.
What? Oh,
unbelievable.
Ozine, I tell you what, the old school. And also, Guesty, little secret we've been talking about earlier. If you want to tell the wide world.
My daughter, who's just had a young child, and she's introduced me to this coconut oil.
Wonder stuff.
You know, it comes in a jar, coconut wax, whatever
like
it is.
Like butter.
You can shot it in your curries, shot it in your bath.
Shot it in your hair.
Shot it in your hair, shot it on your lads.
Shot it in your hair, yeah. Shot it in your face.
Yeah.
Leather
settees, yeah.
It's awesome.
Amazing.
Honestly,
What is it?
it's a wonder food.
It's just unreal. It's class.
Yeah, what is it though?
It's coconut.
Coconut fat. You can drink a certain amount of it.
It's full of cholesterol, by the way, but they reckon it is good.
Yeah. When the clue's in the title with cholesterol.
Fat.
Cholesterol is the clue in the title. Kill esterol in it.
Cholesterol's something your doctor's going to tell you about in about 10 years, mate.
Dean Cheatwood, I want Fabio in the team.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally agree, Dean.
Cholesterol's off chocolate and meat and all that. Everything that's bad for you, and it clock your arteries.
It's a fat.
And
you
die.
Do you know the bit that drips off the shawarmas?
Yeah.
Ross Murphy, I'd like to see an African team win the World Cup. I thought Senegal played well yesterday, Ross. I don't know what you think about that. Senegal.
Oh, man, why do you put in space between the names?
I thought they were class.
Torres. Senegal. It sounds like Siri's talking to me.
Who? I know, but wait. You know what? He's so like up on his like the way like he thinks he knows how to pronounce stuff. Where he's not even the furthest. He's not even been out a red car. This is the furthest he's been, and this is what Middlesbrough. The guy thinks he knows how to pronounce everything.
No,
He's Spanish.
I just don't get it. Like, how you can say Torres.
You know what he said?
Torres, Senegal.
Senegal.
He seen one Shaggy video when he was a kid. You know,
that's it.
He thought, that's me, man.
That's the dictionary.
That's it now. Tyler M.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. He's had to get used to saying that when he come home and his mum had just done a big shop. And everything, it wasn't me, it was Shaggy.
Oh, Mummy, when you caught me red-handed and
It
then off the
wasn't me.
fridge door.
Wasn't me. Argentina v Mexico would be a fun game. Unpopular opinion, Fletcher to start up front and be top scorer. We agree though, Tyler. We think the
We've
same.
just been discussing that, Tyler.
I think that's a good point.
I think you're wrong, personally, but...
I used to wash with Dove, but the feathers come off and the beat was scratchy. Hey. We'll have you on the show, Ross, if you're going to carry on funnies like that. We've got a space in the middle, actually.
Shoot!
That Jack
Go on.
Hunter's a good player.
No!
Oh.
No, you got to score him, man.
The lad who's called himself Jack Hunter on there.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a
Good
big
lad.
player that you get through the career with, man.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Do you know what, Jack, right?
He's a decent FIFA player.
I'm class at FIFA, but I can't score.
Mate, I don't you score that. Oh.
Hey, I thought Ryan was doing FIFA for us.
He's got an holiday, hasn't he?
Eh?
He's got an holiday.
Oh, that's alright then, isn't it? Alright for some. It's just starting for us. You got on
Oh,
holiday?
yeah.
Eh?
Just 2 days after.
Start for the company. Oh, how's it going on the lads there?
There you go, Ryan. Start for the company. Get yourself away from
This
the
is
company.
Ryan, our resident FIFA player.
Yeah. Are you sure the gameplay says Nen Juni or Marco and he's a young talent man, he's a perfect purist. Nice Jamaican accent, Guesty.
Right now, blaming on yourself, Jacob.
Short
Right,
team,
I
yeah.
wanted to see the game.
Right.
Can you show us the game, please? Who's that from? Ungurai? Who's that from, AJ? Mr.
What
Ryan?
is it? What is it?
No, who was it? Ramacolo, Ungurai Ramacolo.
Morango, my man.
So that's not how we pronounce it, but...
Say it in a Jamaican accent
Yes.
without it sounding like you're putting a can in a sandwich. Ask for the...
He's just bowled us a great fast ball there out wide to the second stump. Don't know anything about cricket.
Ask for a bacon sandwich without sounding like you're asking for a beer can.
Oh, Jimmy Carr, you've been watching, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I already know it.
One.
I already know it.
Gonna have a beer cans, are we?
A beer can sandwich.
Rob's just showing some skills off camera that I didn't know he ever had. That's
Well,
the archiving
which
coming out in
cricketer was
there.
it? Which cricketer was it was over there on tour once in the West Indies? And he said I used to go for a walk every morning. And there used to be this big rasta every day, laid in a hammock with a sign outside, boats for hire. He said every day I walk past, boats for hire. He said
Boats
the
for hire.
next day he was laid there and the sign had gone. Comes back the next day, the sign's back up. And there's this black dude being laid in this hammock, you know, all this time he's been walking past. He says, excuse me mate, he says, I've been walking past you every day, you know what I mean? He said, but I noticed yesterday your sign wasn't up. He said, I know man, it was my day off. he never ever got out of the hammock.
It's your day off every day, man.
My day off.
Me day off.
Alright, someone said.
Day off.
Someone said, we have pre-season friendlies for race against Australia. Yes, cheers, man, we know that one. Just Japan impressed yesterday. Didn't think they would beat Colombia.
Hang on, you've missed a few there.
I know,
Japan,
I
right? Who's this dude who's on about Japan? Japan were crap in the first half against 10 men. They couldn't do nothing with them. They went a goal up, and Colombia absolutely battered them till the Japanese manager got them back in the changing room. Second half, Colombia couldn't get the ball off Japan.
No.
But they were lucky to still be in the game, Japan.
Even when Crouch signs a Borough, I'm going to sign a petition to get him released.
I'd have Peter Crouch,
I wouldn't.
but I wouldn't have him with all the strikers we've got.
He's better than Gustet.
But very much. Totally agree. He's a much beat. Now, when we're talking about players that are proven and stuff, he's a proven England international with good pedigree.
He scores no matter what league he's in.
Hat-tricks against Arsenal. He did it for Liverpool.
And we could sing that, couldn't we? I've always wanted to sing that. He's big, he's red, his feet hang out the bed.
Yeah.
Peter Crouch. Peter Crouch. And he's got a banging bird as well, so I mean.
And a class celebration when he scores.
And he's a right lovely guy.
He fixes the release tomorrow.
Guaranteed Borough have got somebody like Blackburn away first game of the season, or Forest at home.
We want Swansea, get it out of the way with shot done.
Oh, that's the furthest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know how funny that is for you, how you've swapped Cardiff for Swansea this year?
I know Swansea's further on,
Is
isn't
it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, the vetch.
Yeah,
That's the old one, isn't it?
If we'd went up this year,
Liberty Stadium, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we'd went up this year, we'd have had Brighton,
Cardiff,
Cardiff,
Southampton.
Bournemouth.
And Bournemouth.
And then all your London clubs.
Oh, I've done Bournemouth. We did I've done
Yeah,
Bournemouth.
don't Bournemouth, mate.
Don't talk about Bournemouth.
Bournemouth is what an appalling ground that was though. We came off the motorway and it was just there full of loads of middle class. There was no atmosphere.
None.
They were terrible. They were alright, but we would...
That's it there.
Won't swear.
What's it there? Makata mother, SK.
Who? Pronounce that again because you've got such a good pronunciation. Suga Adak. Machine Adiko. I don't know.
I'm going to translate it for
Salah is good. I don't know, is that, are you having that with a sandwich?
Makata motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what it...
Someone said there you're doing a video on the fixtures.
I don't know, we could do, couldn't we? If we I mean, we're
Well,
going to
it's getting everyone out of bed, isn't it?
It is like...
For 9 o'clock in the morning.
And we've got to do it... If you watch us every day, you see we do discuss Borough, because obviously that's who we are.
Rob, if you want to be in here for 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm up for it.
What have I got going on? I mean, I'll be up for it too, I'll come too. I mean, the only thing I'm going to do is get grief off my missus. Let's do it then.
The fixtures.
Tomorrow.
Can I put out there?
Let's do it then.
It's my day off tomorrow until I come in here in the afternoon.
Is it your day off tomorrow?
So man's wants to sleep, isn't he?
Mans can have as many...
Picking you up before 9 o'clock in the morning.
Nah, Mans wants to sleep with a man. So if
I won't be in the video.
well, you don't need to be because you're going to be in.
No, I would have been in the video. I would have been.
Mans has got Mans time.
I see what time I'm starting.
Yeah.
I have to set off at like 8 o'clock.
No, you've got to pick that.
Come get you.
And you've got to pick that ginger dickhead up, haven't
That
you?
is a mad thing, man. Swear down. Bad things.
What time is your mum at work tomorrow?
No idea, man.
Why don't you just sleep in the radio? Save me dropping you off as well.
Alright.
Just tell me a minute.
Make a 10.
There's a wig over there you can use as a pillar. Full vending machine.
Yeah, we've got no change.
Yeah, we only need 50p's.
Don't get paid till next Friday.
Man isn't going to get anything off man.
Bare please to spend.
You do realise you are this same person.
I just always worry about people who speak in third persons.
I'm the same.
I'm really... Kevin Keegan was doing it the other day, guess he won it on his video. Kevin Keegan doesn't know if Kevin Keegan. I thought, Kevin...
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but that's when you're speaking to somebody else. Like, if
Half time, guys. I'm going to relieve myself.
If Gessie said to me, I'd be like, can't believe that, man.
It's not half time yet, guys.
I know, but everyone says the word man.
Yeah, but not at the start of a conversation.
Not talking about themselves either.
If I say, oh man, it's wavy.
Well, no, that's just ridiculous.
What's that mean?
You sound like a Yorkshire Jamaican.
What's wavy mean?
I don't know.
Mate.
Like that a lot. Has he stuck like that? Has he?
We used to have Wavy Davy. What was that of?
I don't know. Wavy Davy, I don't know. Man's got cramp. So can woman do? Woman's got. Woman can. If you're a woman, then can woman do it? Woman's got man's issues.
That's sexist, that AJ.
Do you know what, right? The other day he was slagging off Pooh in his wheelchair. Now he's getting sexist. Oh, he needs a bit of racism, and he's got the full three.
No, but no, it's like how we call lads, isn't it? And then you got.
No.
Well, what do you mean?
Not for women, mate. You can't call women chicks.
Man's touching man, and need to see if man needs
Yeah,
touching.
but right now you're in my
You can't call women chicks or dogs.
You're always in my area.
I'll pronounce it for you.
Always.
It's football.
Mundial.
Check where he's commented. It's pronounced football.
What is?
Where are we looking? Pronounce soccer.
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 It's not, it's pronounced football.
Football.
There's no such word.
Yeah, but then what's American football then?
What about
That's rugby.
What's American football?
That's rugby.
Crap.
What about Socrates?
Nah.
What about Socrates?
Big up a 49.
One of the best footballers I've ever seen.
Ever.
Wedding goals is more than just a colour, get me.
So there's no.
What's he on about him?
Don't know.
How's your belly,
Man's lost the
AJ?
plot.
Yeah, belly's alright, man. Everyone always asks about my belly. My belly's good, man. Empty at the minute, so it's alright.
It's never empty.
That's soccer.
It's never empty, Jack. Never.
Can't believe that comment.
I can.
That is feelings.
Doesn't hurt man's feelings.
Shouting.
Enemies of man.
Man's got to let man know that man knows that he knows that, otherwise man could never know about
I'm
that.
gonna lick
In
man.
it, fam.
In it, fam, man.
Come on, man.
Shatton's taking a
I'm
long...
gonna get mad and then licking man's cap off anyway. Half time thing.
Right, cap's gone now,
Before we
man.
go, before I leave this live stream, bye Peter.
Oh, you're going, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
Can you just answer me this question? Were you here the other day when we were having a debate? What's the line called between the two corner flags, which goes right
byline.
across the goal?
The byline.
What's it called?
Touchline's that one. That one's a byline.
The byline's where your throw-ins are.
No,
Yeah.
it's a touchline.
No, it's the bylines of your throwings.
That line that goes from corner
So
flag
what's
to
the
corner
line?
flag is the goal line.
Of course it's the goal line, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, I'm saying-
My mic fell off there,
I didn't say it wasn't.
Hang on, the byline is in between the goal and the corner flag. I thought that was the byline,
no.
right?
No.
And the goal line was the goal line in between the posts.
It all depends.
It's a goal line.
If it's before the goalpost
What
is
you-
put in place, because that separates the line.
Yeah, so that's got to be your goal line.
If the goal's not there, then it's one straight line.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Is it the goal line? Is it the byline?
line.
Is it the touch line?
It's a byline.
It's a goal line.
Is it a line you shouldn't cross?
Touchline's about to take your throwing.
Is it a line you shouldn't
Byline
cross?
is different.
Is it once you've crossed over that line, you've gone too far? Who knows?
Byline now.
The equator's got a big line right down the middle of it.
Hasn't it? Capricorn.
Right, we'll be back.
We'll be back eventually. Bye, Borofantv.
Take it easy. sorry. Yeah, free, yeah.
Oh!
There you go, you're on the way.
Hello, sports fans. Your boy AJT back on the ting. Get me.
Jesus. I mean, realistically,
Foxy's supposed to be coming back on in a sec. He's just coming back.
Straight.
He's just coming back from the Woodlands. Fan, you know what I mean? Man went off at half time.
He only lives in Redcar.
Trying to find some get on, but couldn't find none. So, man's back on the ting. All right, now I'm going to speak English. Now I'm going to speak properly. So,
Please speak properly.
people are saying here, London Phillips. He's actually called Landan Phillips. Said, "Is the game over?" It's not over just yet.
It's actually coming alive a bit, to be honest.
It's 1-0. But joined by the Fox again. Say hello to the people if you want.
Hi, sports fans.
Hello, sports fans.
How's your do-do-do? They've gone for a Palmo.
Don't know what, I could knock a Palmo now. Couldn't you knock a Palmo now? Could you?
Nah.
No, but could you knock a Palmo now, bro?
Probably not, no.
Bro, could you knock a Palmo? Serious?
Probably not.
Man, serious. He was like...
Oh, what a save!
Ooh.
Telling you, I said this would be a tight game. That is saving the tournament for me so far.
Isn't that the goalkeeper that played against us?
Patricio.
In that penalty show I was just been watching a minute ago.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Ricardo? Oh, you called Patricio?
Don't know, I don't think it was Patricio, no. Portugal. They've definitely got a goal in the Morocco, like. Kirk Tasker, whoa. You've got Harry Kane, whoa, you've got Harry Kane.
Yeah, he's a Cardiff fan. He's from Cardiff, he's Cardiff. He's Welsh, mate.
Do you know what the irony of that, of Harry Kane is? Is that in the last tournament he took the corners. We've seen what he can do now when you don't make him take corners. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. He just absolutely kicks hell out of what Roy Hodgson was doing.
Thing is,
the goalkeeper signed for Wolves, yeah, that's right, yeah.
The thing is, right, if you're Welsh, you're coming into this stream, right? For one, England aren't playing a day, and yet you're trying to tell us about Harry Kane.
He's a football fan.
We've won one more game obviously inside this World Cup than what Wales have, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what though? He's a sports fan and he's a football man.
Yeah,
so
but he also
he's
trying to rip me to bits the other day on Instagram. Man,
really?
don't forget.
Yeah, well, get down with the crack, man, AJ.
Don't worry, I was down with the crack. The guy couldn't handle it when I said 1966.
No, but that's an old one.
Mate,
man.
We won the World Cup.
I wouldn't even use that reference anymore.
I do.
Boring, I think.
Do against the Welsh or whoever else wants to ever go, I always tell them, I suggest salt and water to get a day off school. What is it? What do you mean by that?
Salt water, if you drink salt water, it makes you sick.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know the physiology of it all, I just know it makes you fit.
Well, salt and water.
Salt in water.
Knock it back.
Yeah, it's a good signing, Dean. It's a good signing. It's a great save, that. I think that's possibly the save of the tournament so far. Like, although the Tunisian keeper made a very good save off, was it Maguire's header what came followed up for the first goal the other night? So Bernardo Silva there's come off again. Gelson Martins, decent player. But they haven't been outflash Portugal here.
No.
Certainly haven't been the same team as they played against Spain. Foxy, AJT said Euros in past, and the past doesn't matter. Then brought up 1966. Yeah, well, therein lies the problem I have with him every week when we talk about Borough.
Oh, what's that?
Read it yourself.
Foxy, AJT said Euros in the past, and the past don't matter. Hang on, Kirk, mate. Kirk, hang on a minute, mate. Hang on a minute now. I think what you're doing here is you're trying to make me look bad on stream. And listen, you can do that, right?
It does taste awful, like.
You can do that. You can do that now with your comments. But Kirk, I won't embarrass you, mate, by showing everyone our Instagram DMs, mate. I won't take it to that level.
Do you know what?
Now, if you're trying to make me look a fool, sat here.
He can do that himself.
Crack on, mate. Listen, you crack on. But right now, you're right. You're saying things here, everything that you're trying to twist. I ain't gonna get our Instagram messages up, mate. I can see it as banter, right?
Oh.
I can take it as banter, but right now, what you're trying to do is trying to humiliate me, and I can't have that, mate.
Do you know what, Kirk, right? I'm sick as an England fan talking about 1966. I kind of wish it hadn't have happened. It's all, we need our own stuff to cling on to now. Euro 96 was a great tournament. That's where it stops. Euro, World Cup 1998.
No, but yeah, but I know.
Could have been special, but
you can't forget about the 66. I'm sorry, you
no,
can't.
I'm not forgetting about it. I'm just bored of it now. It's just boring now.
I'm not. I love it.
And also for me as a fan, like of course I love your culture and your history because every football fan should. But really, it didn't happen in my era. That's why I can't say that Maradona's the best player I've ever seen or Pele because I never watched him. You know, it's like that. You've got to have your own stuff in your own generation with your own history. And Wales have kind of done that in the Euros, although they haven't built on it. But, you know, you've got to be honest. They were special in the Euros.
They were wrong. Kirk Mike's looking at our Instagram DMs here. And you said to me, mate.
Yeah, I think he did, Jack.
I said... all I said was, I don't need to hear that from the past. And you put... well, all I hear from the English fans is 1966, 1966, and I said, great win in the World Cup. You brought up history before I did, my friend. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this. So look, double click, bang, bang, swipe down, clear your messages, put my phone away, and I will continue to talk to you in a proper manner without talking about our little DMs that we have, because nobody needs to know about them.
I don't know, Dean. I'm not bothered who we have first game of the season. You know what, in a way, last season we played Wolves away first game of the season and got beat when we shouldn't have. Our mistake. So for me, and obviously we saw what Wolves did.
What did
they
you
absolutely smashed it. Who would you like to play first game? They absolutely smashed it to pieces, Wolves. So for me, I don't really care whether we go and play.
But we had chances in that game that we could have took.
We should have beaten them
In the first half, and the ball came.
Longer had two.
The cross came in from the right hand side, and Martin Braithwaite was left all by himself, and he put it wide.
That should have been a 4-0 game that day. But,
but
obviously it went 1-0 and the season's then gone the way it's gone. What would have happened if we'd have beat them 4-0 at home that day? Blah, blah, blah. It's all what ifs and buts. But I think we'll either get Scunthorpe away. I'm quite happy to go and play Scunthorpe. Or Rochdale or whatever. Haven't Scunthorpe went up? I'm sure they did. Yeah, but in the playoffs.
Rotherham won him.
Oh, it wasn't a playoff final, wasn't it? Yeah, but they beat Scunthorpe in the playoff final, didn't it? I didn't see it.
Also, top fails. I never said it was my greatest memory.
These guys were the Swansea, opening day of the season because they're the guys that go. They're going.
I'm not saying.
Again, so get Swansea out the way.
I'm never saying that the 1966 is the greatest. I never said that once.
Oh, we're still on that.
And there's I'm saying because top fails this, but how can your greatest memory be that? It isn't. It isn't my greatest memory because I wasn't born. Actually, if you watch a few videos ago, we actually discussed our greatest memories, and not once did I ever say, "Oh, the 19." Don't get me wrong. It's great what was achieved on that day. It was great that England won a World Cup, but it's far, you know what I mean? It's not my greatest memory, and I don't think I've ever said it is.
It's not a memory for me. It's just part of our culture.
Yeah, it's part of our history, isn't it?
So like the same as you do with when you're a like a Middlesbrough fan, for example, is that even though I didn't go to the games in 1986 or when or the Clough era or the Jackie Charlton, I still go back and watch.
Or Lenny Lawrence.
Well, I was there then, but as a football man. It's your culture, it's your history, but for me, I want to make my own memories, like you say there, and I just think, yes.
But I'm not mean to be funny when I say these things. I'm not trying to cause an argument anywhere to be funny. I just, like I say, but...
1966 it's all...
It was a great achievement, and that's why I put it down to, it's fantastic that England won a World Cup.
Do you know what 1966 is like for me? It's like when you're at a wedding, and your old uncle comes over to you, and he's battered now, and he comes up and goes, I remember the days, son, when I used to pull all them women and all them moves. It's gone, Uncle Dave, it's gone. Don't keep bringing it up. It's time for you now.
Okay, sorry. Top fails, I apologise. I wasn't trying to be funny, mate. I thought you were trying to say that. Also, in terms of first game of the season, I would take...
I like Bryson, but I don't know whether it's the... I like Bryson, but would he play? I don't know. He's a good player, though. I agree with that. Definitely.
Also, hang on a minute. I was just trying to answer Dean Chetwood's question because obviously we went off subject there when you talk about Swans. No. I'm saying no.
Oh, you haven't answered yet.
No, but I'm not.
Who would you
want
to play?
I interrupted you, so I'm saying Borofantv because I interrupted you and said.
No, go on.
Because obviously you talk about Swansea away.
Yeah, who'd you?
Oh, I thought you were going to say some more. Cause I thought,
No, sorry, no. I just said Swansea, get them out of the way, but then I
Swansea
won't
would
be
be
bothered if we
ideal.
played
Because it's
Rotherham.
miles away.
Do you know actually who I'd like to play first game of the season? Who I think would be really good? Maybe a Sheffield United away. And that's a bit of a melting pot for me. Or a Millwall away, somewhere where you notoriously know you're going to go and it's going to be a tough game. I'd like
4 or 5 games.
Yeah, Millwall or Sheffield United for me, maybe. If they both keep, if Chris Wilder stays at Sheffield United.
Whereas I'd like to disagree with that. I want a sort of...
Town.
Ipswich Town Legends been here for every single stream we've done so far.
What are your thoughts on your season next year, Ipswich? Who do you want, or who have you got? Who have you had in as manager? Haven't you had anyone in yet? I'm sure they've appointed someone. Let us know Ipswich Town.
Dean there, mate, what's he say?
Dean, I'd like one of these teams who were relegated. I think they will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season, so like an early. I agree with that, Dean. Maybe the same as I'm saying there with Sheffield United, Millwalls. I know they've been in the league, but I know what you're saying.
Swansea.
Wigan would probably be an hard place to go to as well, I reckon.
I'd take Swansea away, Bristol City, Ipswich or Norwich, because they're all, or even a London club, QPR or someone.
Yeah, that's a good point from Matthew there. They're saying that he went to Swansea when we were in the Prem when we drew 0-0. He said the fans are brilliant. You know what I think, Matthew, as well is...
We should have won that game, Rudiger stead.
It's a small place, Swansea, like we are, and I think that when you go somewhere like that, fans are on the same page because they kind of appreciate what they've got more than going to an Arsenal who just expect it, or a Man U who, it's all Hollywood. Whereas clubs like that, you can go and sit in their local boozer and have a right good conversation, and there's no animosity or crack. It's just sitting with people who are your peers and having a good chat. We're a very similar club, Swansea and Middlesbrough. We've had young chairmen, we've had people trying to be really ambitious, and then it's backfired on us a little bit, and then you should never have gone down last season. I don't know what happened. Carlos Carvalhal came in, you went 14 games unbeaten, you looked awesome in the FA Cup, which in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the FA Cup run, if you hadn't have had that, I think you'd have won those games in the league and maybe stayed up. But then did the FA Cup run give you your league run? I don't know, but I thought you were going to stay up for quite a while when he came in. Who have we got there? TJG 114.
Live Sean. Foxy, you still have thingy stains on your shirt from last night.
I do, because you know what it is that I don't know what happened last night, like, not much. Well, this is a new t-shirt anyway, this has just come out the wash, that's why I'm creased up. I don't do ironing. Jack Hunter, not the Forest away, I think will be the toughest away day. It will be, it'll be a hard place to go there.
I don't know, I have to, you look at the likes of Stoke City, and it's a hard place to go, Stoke, Championship or Premier League. For me, I think that'd be harder than Nottingham Forest. I don't know how you feel about that, mate. But if you look at their team that they've got right now, if they're not going to bother selling it, I think after this World Cup, Shaqiri will be snapped up by someone.
I think he's going anyway. I can't see. He's already said he doesn't want to stay at Stoke. So but he hasn't really done anything.
That's going to be hard. Stoke, West Brom away. They're not going to be easy. That's the thing.
Well, Stoke have just signed a very good player in Etobe from Nigeria, defensive midfielder.
And Afobe.
Yeah, and Benik Afobe, which is he'd only just signed properly for Wolves as well, actually. So they're two good signings straight away. With whatever else they've got in the mixer there, like you say, if they get rid of Shaqiri, that's a big miss. But especially in the Championship. But he scored a free kick against Borough in the Premiership, didn't he? When we drew 1-1, and it was a great free kick.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's one of the players that dances in and out of games for me. He's not all that. He seems to start the season well and then fade.
The Championship for me, I believe, it's going to be so hard because in terms of teams that we've got coming down here, you've got Swans.
Doesn't matter what your mum knows. I'll back you up. Don't worry.
We've got like Swansea, West Brom, Stoke. Them 3 teams alone, I think will have a big impact next season. Maybe it's not so much Swansea, but again, I might be underestimating them. I don't think Swansea will be up there. I think West Brom definitely have a chance. I think Stoke 100% will be up there. 100% they'll be in the playoffs. They'll be promoted.
Derby for me, I think.
And I think Borough have got to go all out every single game next season because I agree with you on Nottingham Forest. If they can get the signings in that they want and try and get them the way they can get them playing, they'll be up there. I think Millwall, yes, again, If Leeds, obviously they got a new manager. If they bring in good sign, I mean, listen. If Leeds get Fernando, Torres, honestly, if they get Fernando Torres,
which they won't.
If they did, mate, they fly next season then.
You know, the only reason he's going to call this because he's friends with the coach.
Yeah.
What we've got on here, Dean, Kirk with Swansea. You know what, Kirk? If you're being honest, yes, the IU brothers were there, and yes, Sigurdsson did carry them for the 2 seasons before he went to Everton. And I know what you're saying. The likes of Routledge did. You know, John Shelby for a while did. Dyer for a while they did, but they had a good team for a while. But I don't know, when they went 13 games unbeaten, Kirk, I thought that you'd obviously turned a corner there.
Yeah.
Even if they lose a game, then they've got 13 games where they've beaten some decent teams. But you know, I think that Swansea have got problems behind the scenes because I rated Carvalhal and he got a lot out of the players and they all really respected him. But
someone said there, not being biased, I feel like Ben Gibson's overrated. If he weren't English, we value 2 to 3 million.
I don't think he's worth 20 million though, and I'm an England fan, so I do think though, Kirk, he had a good partnership with Ayala, but I don't think he's worth 20 million. I personally think he's too slow.
How much do you reckon he's worth then? In the current market, the way money's going.
A championship player. So if we're saying now that we were going on Paddy McNair, for example, 5 million, who's injury crooked, but could be a good player. I think he's a £10 million player. I don't think he's a £20 million player.
15. He's 12 and a half to 15 million for me.
In my opinion, he's 10 to 12.
He's a young English prospect.
In fact, I'd say he's 8 to 12, to be honest.
There we go. Open them legs wider, Foxy, and come to the camera.
I don't know.
Or
I don't
flex.
know what it's worth live.
Or flex. Can you do the quick flex?
I can't do any flexes.
I'll do one. Foxy join.
I can't do that. I can't put my arms up there. My arms don't go up there until 6 o'clock.
Saul Bamber and Sean Morrison and Ben Gibson and Ayala.
Don't know, Saul Bamber. I mean, I looked at you a lot last season. And Saul Bamber and Morrison were brilliant. And the thing is with Morrison, as well as he scored a 2 goals, but Ayala did. The different types of players, I think. Morrison's a proper, real, like, hard-hitting centre-back.
Yeah.
Bamber is a bit more... He's a good player, Saul Bamber, but he's been hit and miss at a few clubs. Although Warnock got the best out of him. Sorry, been hit and miss a few seasons, but...
Did you know about the sell-on clause for Traore?
Yeah.
And they're going to get a massive percentage of whatever we get as well.
Oh, Barcelona, Villa? They need something.
They're going to get a massive... I've heard it's around the 50% mark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's huge.
So if we only get 18 million for Traore, that means we're going to get 9 off it.
The thing is, Ipswich Town, Wagon got what, 15 league goals last season in an average season. You know, there's a few strikers out there though, and we had this as Borough fans last season. Sheffield United with what's his front? 2 of them up front.
Yeah, Billy Sharp, Leon Clark.
Billy Sharp, Leon Clark have both got around about 15 to 20 league goals last season.
Billy Sharp's a wicked player. And he's still, I don't think he's ever played...
Yeah, we paid 12 million for Son Belonga who scraped it. That's the problem you've got, is that especially in a World Cup year, is that there's a lot of average players out there who'll play unbelievable against Morocco or Egypt or whoever it is, and then they're worth 15 million. They come and they can't kick the ball in the league. Shopping, yeah.
There you go. Kirk, our starting 11 cost I think it cost more than 2.8 million, didn't it? I think we worked out the other day, didn't we?
No, I think your total starting, I think your whole squad you spent last season was 12 million in total. I might be wrong, Kirk, but I just remember when I did your preview and I looked at it, I'm sure that the total spent was about 12.8 million.
What teams are you talking about?
Cardiff.
It was something like that, wasn't it? Remember when we were looking at it?
You can't just take the January transfer window into account there. You have to take your summer transfer spending and dealings.
Would you sign Vidra?
Because that's part of your full season.
It's the same as our class players now that we've got out the borough. Gary Monk spent that 50 million.
Yeah, you had that 50 million. With Pulis had a 50 million pounds spent.
Pulis had 50 million quid spent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them players don't become worth nothing when a new manager takes over.
Exactly, 9 free agents, Kirk, but that just goes to show you that you know what? I know it was a long time ago, but Nottingham Forest won 2 championships, won a championship and 2 leagues.
He's naming them there.
Off the back of players that were free agents, who other managers didn't think could do
Etheridge,
anything.
Bennett, Bamber, Grilic, Gunnarsson, Rawls, Mendes, and Hoylett, all free agents. And academy, Morrison 2.3 million, and is that Peltier?
Zahara, good player. You've got some good. That's
What's
what I
that?
mean. Zahara.
Zaha.
You'd signed, but that's what football's about though for me.
Yeah.
When other managers will give up on a player and say they're garbage. Junior Hoylett's been around the block, QPR, not Blackburn, and you got a lot out of him last year. And he's a player on his day that could be frightening. But that's Warnock for you. I mean, you must be over the moon with Warnock, are you? Do you think he'll keep you in the Premiership?
Dan,
You have money to spend, by the way.
Dan Dobson says, can't get into international football. It's the Borough, and it's only the Borough for me. Like, I don't know what. For me, the World Cup. I said it to you last night in a message. And the World Cup for me is the best stage football competition wise. This is it. Everyone comes together. I mean, this is great.
Right, hang on. Gary Medine cost 6.8 million.
Gary Medine, 6.8 million.
Yeah.
Tomlin, 3.3 million.
Yeah, this is what I mean, Kurt. You spent about 12 million.
1.8 million.
I remember looking at, I think it's 12.8 in total, wasn't it?
It's thereabouts, mate, yeah.
I know me stuff, you know, Kirk, I have to.
Even for these players, right, weren't he?
Income, 2.65 million. Expenditures, 12.67 million.
Yeah.
Pretty much dead on the Foxy.
So because these players weren't all in your starting 11, they were still in your squad.
Yeah,
Still cost money.
it's expenditure like Roberto's just said there.
Hoylett and Gunnar still haven't signed yet. Contracts up in 10 days.
And what do you want? Would you keep Hoylett? Do you think he could do anything in the Premiership for you? Or is he a good squad? I think he's a good squad player to go up with. If I were you, I wouldn't be getting rid of anyone just yet. But Warnock's one of the shrewdest men in football, isn't he? If anyone knows where to buy a player. I mean, obviously you've signed Jacob Murphy, haven't you? Like the look of him, he was class at Norwich last year. He's a real good. He's a runner with the ball, though. He loves to dribble. He's one of them players.
Medine was bench player. Tomlin loaned out. Yeah, I know.
But you still spent the money, haven't you?
You still signed him.
But even still, 12 million in that league to go up. It's pennies. We spent that. We spent 50. Wolves brought the bank. Villa spent a lot of money. Who else was there in there that was spending money?
Also, Dan Dobson, sorry mate, said there. We're 2 England friendlies, both qualifiers like a pre-season friendly.
I agree with that. England friendlies are more parties than.
Yeah, I agree, Kirk.
Than proper football, mate, in my opinion.
Former FE for President Sepp Blatter tells Sky Sports News that England or a joint UK and Ireland bid deserve to host the. Oh, do you know what? He could not be any more bent, that guy. Honestly, he's like a wheel. To be honest with you.
What did he say?
Sepp Blatter now saying that it should be in England and Ireland because he's not to do with it. I hope he's right.
Oh no, that there is Sepp Blatter coming out and saying, right, I'm a bit skint. England, Scotland, and Ireland. If you put enough money,
I will do live. I'll come in clean film.
You will get it.
I was like, oh yeah, Britain.
And Cardiff play some crap, boring football, man.
Don't they?
Properly.
Do you know what, like,
boring football in the Championship.
Cardiff v Borough last season, both games, I watched the highlights on CFAX.
The low lights.
Hang on, no, that's good, isn't it?
I watched the low lights without the telly on.
Hang on, isn't that good what Matty Grove said though about the World Cup?
Could be. I know that they're trying to put another bit together.
I'd do that though, 20, yeah, it's only half an hour on a plane into Ireland.
Yeah, it's nothing, yeah.
And it's cheap, hasn't it, to get over to Ireland now? Depending on which part you go to.
But they've got no stadiums, have they?
Yeah, they got the one that Ireland play at, which told about the.
Yeah, they've got that, but where else have they got?
If they go to all the Cork
Glentoran.
City.
Cork City. Who else is out there? TTNC or something? That's what else, isn't it?
What they'll do, mate, is they'll play 1 or 2 games in the Irish National Stadium.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right? And
Yeah.
they'll just move it around.
Yeah.
The Derby last season, second half of the season, lethal. But I also think that there's a lot more to be done with him, to be honest, lad. I think that he needs to be cleverer on the ball. I think he needs to be told when. I think he needs to know when to pass and when to not take 25 people on.
He said they're tighter jeans for future streams, Foxy.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, Foxy.
Adama was as good in the second half of this season.
I'd love to know who you are, lad.
Guess he, I'm going to show he's put. Thanks, Foxy. Make sure your full body is visible and guess he's put underneath. Live, his jeans are that tight. It's because your last shrunk them.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, our last bought these were our last's jeans, to be honest.
Oh, you know what? Hang on, right. So we are watching this game here. I know we're answering your questions as
Freddie
well.
Sears is decent, yeah, but he's been around the block, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't like him. Portugal v Monaco, yeah. Morocco, no, Morocco. It's Morocco then.
He did, yeah.
So, like I say, Portugal second half, you know what I mean? They haven't had much of the ball. Morocco created opportunities here. They've got a corner, haven't they, on the left hand side of the goal.
You did outplay us, Kirk. Definitely at your ground. We weren't in the game at all. We were terrible, but I think as you will admit that it was an appalling, like, the football level was disgraceful from both teams, if I'm honest.
Away from home.
And at home.
I'll speak here because I was at this game.
No, I know you were.
But I'm saying, no way at any point you could say you outplayed us, Kirk. Now, me and you were mates, right? Me and you talk football all the time, right? You never outplayed us, mate. You had that one free kick that you scored from. If that wouldn't have gone in, it would have been 0-0. Dead game.
Outside. So do you want to do it now?
Yeah, what number are you? Number 3, Foxy.
Yeah, are we on 80 minutes there?
Yeah.
Wow, how quick do these games go, people? Really? We're 80 minutes already?
Morocco battering them, I agree.
Yeah, they are. Guess we said it'd be tight, mate, didn't we? I'd like to see Morocco equalise, to be honest, and then all that does is you put the Spain game v Portugal, that makes that result look really bad then.
Yeah.
Because they've got 2 points from 2 games, really.
Rob, when do you want to do mine, mate? When do you want to do mine?
Does anyone remember Portugal in the Euros? They looked like they were going out, and then I think they beat somebody 4-3 in the last group game.
Alright, it'll only take me a few minutes to do. I do have this game. It's starving me, but let's do it again.
I will do live. I am known as a tight guy. I've always been tight. I used to do it back in the day when I was 20. And get loads of stick for it. I was the tightest man in Borough.
He put really tight, love it. We hit the post and a few more chances, 1-1 misses. Got to say, in my opinion, we outplayed. No, I'm sorry, Kirk.
We had a few 1-on-1 minutes, got to say, man.
I can't agree that you outplayed us.
No, but he's right though.
But we had chance at their place. Gustavo played through and didn't realise he was onside before he was offside. Down had the breakthrough in the second half at their place and put it by the post. I'm sorry, but I was at that game. We both had chances. Neither team outplayed each other. It was an even game, just boring.
Both sets of fans could have fell asleep and missed nothing.
Yeah, I was gutted.
Neil Warnock's teams are the most boring teams I've ever seen play football in my life.
Closely followed by Tony Pulis.
Right.
Well, just on Ipswich Town there, what did you think of the England? I thought it was the perfect way to win a game. We deserved to win it, but then we fought with a bit of character, and it shows the togetherness in the team for me, that you keep going and you keep going. And do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Manchester United, Alex Ferguson teams that were built on togetherness and team spirit, and you don't stop. And we carried on. Now all that'll do now is in training, everyone will be a lot sharper, everyone's buzzing, and all the other thing for me, Ipswich as well, is all of the nation now is positive. All the press, everyone's bought into it. And that's what it's all about. You don't want to start it too good for me. If we'd have beat them 6-0, 5-0, 4-0, and it was easy, I would be not worried, but I'd be thinking we could easily be slacky, you know, and be a little lethargic and be a little bit take things for granted. So, like, I'm gonna have to go here.
Oh, what's he giving?
Right, guys, peace out from me. Enjoy the football. I'll see you again this week. Keep your
well, if the game
conversations
finishes, what do I do?
I'm going to go and do my preview show, so love it, guys.
We're only 5 minutes.
Take it easy.
Crack on until I get back up there.
Yeah, it's outside the box. You going to stay for the free kick or are you going now?
Yeah, I'm going to go now and get these done.
You're going to miss the free kick?
That number 2 mic off, man.
Peace out, guys. It's always a pleasure.
Edge of the box for a kick here, Ronaldo. Uruguay play next, don't they? Here we go, man. Here we go. Ronaldo. Please don't hit it into the wall. Straight to the wall then.
Will be as well.
Nice one, Guesty lad. Ronaldo there, but the VAR signs doing all this stuff. You can't do that as a player. That's what we've been told. Oh, he dived. Nice one, Ronaldo. Oh, he didn't dive, to be fair. There was contact there. Yeah, they're going to look at it, aren't they? Don't know what's going on here. AJT, you're not Foxy, but can I see them nip? Unfortunately, you can't see them, mate, no. Got 4 minutes to play here. Portugal 1, Morocco 0. Move.
Running out of time to find this equaliser that will keep them in the World Cup. Fajr, the substitute. Morocco throw, defending by Cedric. The referee making sure that he is in communication with his assistants. Basufa, Costello.
This fuck is slamming the door. Oh. See you later on live. Have a good one, mate. This game, second half's been more open, I believe. Also, when this game is done, can I just go on that screen and tap that thing you told me to tap?
Mate, I understood none of that.
No. The other day you told me to start this, I had to tap that button to start the stream.
No, just carry on the stream, I'll be 10 minutes.
Okay, bro.
Carry it on, mate.
No.
Other stuff I need to do in this stream.
Alright. This is sounds AJT, how are you today? Yeah, I'm good, man. Tired. I'm going to be really honest with you, Ipswich Town. I pretty much, like I say, I work a day job. I work for Borofantv. And like I say, I work retail. So I went to work this morning, 5:30. I actually struggled to get up today because yesterday I went to the gym, went for a swim and stuff yesterday. Went down the sauna and that. Well, this morning I'm struggling. I'm going to be real honest with you now. I'm struggling here. My eyes are shutting. I'm so tired today. It's unbelievable. What I need now is a good night's kip. So, kids, if you're listening, don't stay up late and go to work. It's not intelligent. But like I say, just done 3 days there, starting at 5:30 in the morning. Whew. Apologies. Like I say, I'm very tired. And I need something to bring me up, whether that be a Parmo, or whether that be an exciting football game. Something needs to happen. Sing it out. Guesty, that's funny, that is. Guesty and Live are off down the canal together. I hope his brother have a nice time. Morocco then, well, they've got here, what, a minute before stoppages kick in? They see if they get, I mean, I think Morocco deserves something. You know what I mean, they've played well this game.
Control. Throw goes Morocco's way. Referee way play on there as a handball. Basufa. Da Costa. All Morocco players pile their goalkeeper Munir in the Portugal half. They are running out of time.
Ball goes through the middle, cleared. Can I do something even out of those? That knocks it back. Ah, loses the ball again.
Adrian Silva can't latch onto it. Morocco with the opportunity to build again. As you say, you almost have been from the first half.
Oh!
Good ball.
In the box now, Morocco shoot now! Oh!
And the deflection takes it over.
Blocked. On the previews, do you manage to do them first attempt or do you have a... You know what, on my particular ones on my own channel, Jack, some of them I do straight away, but like I say, most of the time it's first attempt. Now and then I struggle, and I have to stop it, delete it, start again, but most of the time it's spot on. So yesterday's video came out on my own channel, the AJT channel, which is obviously my YouTube channel. Yeah, we struggled to get that one done straight away. Obviously it came out this morning. Took 4 or 5 attempts to get that one spot on.
Marcella involved.
Well, it's just been a little bit of characteristic from the Morocco players. Get a little bit tetchy around the referee and they complain about, of course they want to get back in the game. Pepe, look at that. He's been tapped on the back of the shoulder. He's gone down screaming.
Oh
Pathetic.
dear.
Pathetic, isn't it?
He gets up all right.
Yes.
That's the thing with VAR as well.
4 minutes to go and 5 minutes at a time into the first game here. Portugal 1. Morocco 0. Bit ridiculous from Ronaldo to jump to the floor and got tapped on the shoulder. 2 solid performances in Morocco have 0 points to show it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Morocco have played well these last 2 games. They really have.
Not something you were ever
And let's say a possibility of now that they could be down and out. Maybe 1 game left to try and get the 3 points. The best result for them today is maybe the draw, but even then, I think they're out now, aren't they? So even if Iran draw today, they get 4 points going to the last game, and Morocco are still on 0 points.
able to find the great
So they're pretty much going home. Let's have it right.
time.
Amrabat again, isn't it? Cynical challenge.
Yellow card as well.
Says,
For Adrian Silva.
me and my dad and my sister, are all Ipswich Town fans, so my mum and her mum's side are all Sunderland fans. Wow.
3 minutes of injury time.
Feel sorry for your mum that she's a Sunderland fan, personally. But yeah, Ipswich Town, yeah, I know a few people from Ipswich, some of the people aren't the nicest, but overall, it's the nice people in Ipswich, the nice people, nice place. Oh no, he's missed it.
By Benazir, well, he's had chances today, the Morocco captain, and he has not been able to take them.
Chance, ball come in, he drops to him there, he gets out of his feet, and he has a shot and he goes over the bar.
He's always trying to.
But listen, Ipswich, I really like Ipswich. Ipswich is a place, I say, I've never been before. Until last season when me, Rob and Guesty went up there for the weekend. Obviously for the Borofantv Ipswich game. And I think we all came away to say the same thing, how beautiful it was, what a nice place. Class weekend, it really was a class weekend, and I loved it.
Ronaldo wins a corner.
Ronaldo is sitting there, isn't he? Just play a short one. Time up.
Just over 90 seconds to play. Glum faces from the Morocco fans.
There was still only one goal that defines these two.
Now is keep hold of it. They can't do that.
Morocco get it back. And now they're away. Ball switched out here. Oh.
Fajr, Hakimi, Garcella.
Ball in, cleared.
Not the quality on the delivery. Benazir. Up in the Portugal half again.
You have to
Keep
credit
an
them,
eye.
don't you, Morocco? They just keep going. There's a wall of defence there. They just sit on the edge of the box. Portugal quite happy just to suck up all this pressure.
Into the final minutes at the Luzhniki Stadium.
Ball goes forward, up for Ronaldo.
Ronaldo
He's going to find it. Clear nothing.
Benazir gets a foot in or break to Gelson Martins.
Sorry for not being very active or overly bubbly. I'm going to be a bit more myself in the next game. Like I say, man, this one I'm just shattered. Oh wow, I'm just shattered, ladies and gents, and I'm trying to get myself motivated to try and be over the top. But I'm absolutely shattered. Work has done me in. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm here. And that's it. Portugal come through. 1-0 winners. Morocco are near enough out. It's a shame, but that's what it pretty much is. You've got to face reality. They now move to 4 points. Spain is still on 1. Iran is still on 3. So if it ends a draw, Morocco are going home. Luckily Morocco, 2 good games. Should have got some points that they haven't. And Portugal come out the winners. But yeah, we'll be back here again in another hour's time to watch Uruguay take on Saudi Arabia. But yeah, join us then. Like, subscribe as always. Subscribe to Borofantv. I'll see you guys then. With your boy AJT. Peace.